Okay, this is me again, and I want to do a little bit of a rant. I've already got that saved, so I won't go back there. There's an ad on the page that keeps coming up for some reason. Anyway, so I was going to do a little bit of a rant about a particular Facebook post from The Onion, and I know it's a fake newspaper, and I know they're trying to be sarcastic and they're trying to be funny, but they also bring up a pretty good point in most of their articles. And basically, it's a sarcastic comment on how people dump their almost full sodas into the trash bin, and then the janitor has to come back and clean up after that. And it's a little bit ridiculous that people don't think, saying, oh, a person has to clean this up, let's make it a little bit easier on them and dump our sodas outside on the plants that actually need water, which is how my mom used to do it. She used to dump them on the plants, so she'd be watering the plants and something like that, because she got diet soda, and that basically was just water with some flavoring in it, at least according to her. Anyway, but back to the point. He just they just make a good comment on people that just don't think beyond their little sphere. And the reason this got me mad is not really the article itself, because I kind of do agree with it, saying, okay, yeah, we should be a little bit more thoughtful, blah, 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 and think before we throw things out. Because I was taught as a young child, at a theater, at a movie theater, you pick up your things and you put them in the trash where they're supposed to go. You don't leave them behind for the people that come in and clean the theater, because that's just rude and it makes more work for them. And later on, I actually worked in a theater, and I got to appreciate it from that side of it, because I'm like, God, these people don't clean up after themselves. And I won't even go into who exactly was the ones that were doing it, because it was a particular group of people, and it was actually surprising that that particular group of people was the ones doing it. But anyway, going back to the topic. And I was going to look down at the comments, and I was like, what I was expecting to see was a comment saying, okay, we should probably be a little bit more thoughtful in how we dispose of our trash and things like that. But what I got was I'm a bit flabbergasted by the negativity in all the comments, and how derogatory it is towards retail workers and people who work at McDonald's and people who work minimum wage jobs at restaurants, and this could even spread to anybody that has to clean up any sort of trash in a sort of an establishment at all, including food and also retail, any retail establishment. And how derogatory everybody was towards the worker, and how everybody said, well, suck it up, you're getting paid, if you don't like the job, get a new one. They were completely unsympathetic, and they were downright derogatory. That's the best word I can come with. They were mean and negative and snipey, and just, they almost sounded very defensive, almost, in my opinion. They just sounded very, yeah. There was a couple of them that were just as derogatory, but it was kind of in the vein that I was trying to get at, where this sounds like you are dirty, rotten pigs. Clean up after yourself. Show some respect, you rotten pigs. That's one of the comments on there that didn't really shock me too much, and it was kind of within my vein of thought that we should clean up after ourselves and be a little bit more respectful. But there were others that were saying he should be grateful to have a job. What? And that was a majority of them were things like that. Nothing wrong with working at McDonald's. A job is a job, and a lot of them were saying "F you people" and things like that. And they were saying, I am mad at this fictional person, sincerely, Facebook. And they've also things like go to school and maybe you won't be working at McDonald's. And a couple of people were saying, well, he could just wheel it out in a cart and save himself the time. That's not the point of the article. The point of the article, from my standpoint, is that we have become so self-absorbed, and so self-absorbed, appreciate the person that's on the other side of the counter, and appreciate them as being and thus deserving respect, and that we shouldn't be making their life harder by throwing sodas in the trash full of ice and soda and gunky stuff, by leaving a mess in the bathroom, by leaving things on the table for them to clean up. Just because they're there doesn't mean that it's their job to clean up after us. If you're understanding me, I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this, but coming from a person that's worked retail, that's cleaned movie theaters, that's cleaned bathrooms, I would appreciate the same respect I am giving you every day that I am at my cashier. Because I'm expected to make you happy and be very cheerful and help you and make your visit as easy as possible. And then I have to clean up after you throwing your sodas in the trash and making me clean up the empty containers of candy that you've stolen from my store and made a mess over everything. And or you've been destroying my products in the back of the store while I've been helping you find what you need. There's a lack of respect there that I find disturbing, and it was made quite evident in the comments of this particular article that a majority, or at least what I was seeing, I could be wrong, it could be a majority of people actually were agreeing with what the article was saying, and we're talking about the whole thing, but from what I was seeing, the majority of people were so caught up in their little bubbles that they had lost sight of the fact that, hey, I could have been that person had I not had this wonderful job that I have now. Hey, I could have been this person had I not had an education. Hey, I'm not that separate. I'm not that different. I am not any better than this person here at this cashier, and thus he deserves as much respect as I deserve in my own job. Because guess what? We're all human. And he would appreciate me not making his life a living hell as much as I appreciate my clients and my people that come to my work don't make my life a living hell. I mean, it just flabbergasted me, the response this article received from all these people that was so negative. Anyway, before I start repeating myself, that was my comment on this particular article. I'll put the link in the notes, and you guys can see what I'm talking about. And throw me a comment and tell me how you disagree or agree. But please be polite about it. I don't want anything calling me a whore or something like that. Just as an example. I don't want anybody get into fights about this or anything like that, and not that I'm expecting it, because nobody ever reads my post anyway, except for maybe 7 people. But anyway, just leave a comment at the bottom. Tell me what you think of the article and things like that. All right, talk to you later.